Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. It's your boy Phil. So today, we are going to try some Filipino favorites in one of the newest Filipino restaurants in Queens, KALYE Bistro. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start the video. Hope you're having a great day, everyone. I'm back in Queens to try out one of the newest Filipino restaurants here, KALYE Bistro. Filipino establishments and restaurants are basically side by side here in Queens. And just beside KALYE Bistro is Dollar Hits NYC, which we will feature in another video. If you remember from our previous video, we went to Dollar Hits in LA to try out their street food. And you can check that video in the link in the description box below. But enough about that, let's go back to KALYE Bistro. The restaurant inside is fairly average in size, but there are more seats outside. What I like about the design is it's very simple, quaint, and it shows aspects of Filipino culture as depicted in the paintings. This is some malamig or various sweet drinks for summer, and here this is the whole vendor on top and halo-halo on the left. And finally, the jeepney on the rightmost painting, which is the primary form of public transportation, especially in Manila. So first things first, I ordered some coconut water for my drink. The traditional wooden plates for your dining is also a nice touch. So today, I ordered beef pares, which is braised beef stew with its own bone marrow, Lechon KAwali or crispy fried pork belly, really crispy, with its sweet and savory liver dipping sauce. And finally, Pinakbet or stir-fried tropical vegetables in fish paste. First thing we're gonna try is beef pares or braised beef stew with its own bone marrow and garlic fried rice. Beef pares is a savory stew that can be found from restaurants to roadside diner establishments in the Philippines. It is well known as a lunch item and as a post-hangover soup, and also as a soup for the rainy days. First, the garlic fried rice was delicious. You can taste the essence and the smell of the garlic as well as the crispy garlic mixed into the rice. The soup is moderately thick, thinner than clam chowder as a comparison. The recipe contains fatty cubes of beef, preferably brisket. It is braised with spices such as garlic, star anise, chili peppers, and mixed with some soy sauce and brown sugar to give just a little bit of sweetness. The recipe can change from person to person, but basically this soup is savory with just a little hint of sweetness. First, let's try the bone marrow with garlic bits on top. I think they toasted this with a blowtorch, and as you can see here, this is pure fatty bone marrow goodness. Now that flavor is very rich, full of that rich beef fat flavor. These brisket cubes were very delicious, very tender since the beef was braised for a long time with those spices, and all that flavor and fat mixed with the spices has infused itself into the soup. This soup is really rich and flavorful. So flavorful that you need rice to balance out the flavors of that soup. And this is how it is eaten in the Philippines with a big bowl of rice, usually accompanied by house soup. And you can also do that with bone marrow and rice. And again, that fatty, beefy, rich flavor of that bone marrow was really delicious. And I like things spicy, so I also tried this beef pares with some bird's eye chili. And after a while, I really felt the heat, but I could manage. That spiciness is a perfect complement to the richness of that soup. Next, let's go to Lechon KAwali or deep-fried crispy pork belly with its side of savory dipping sauce. This dipping sauce is made up of flour, water, some chopped livers with a little bit of sugar and some ground up spices. The taste is savory with a little bit of sweetness. And this is one of the dipping sauce that is the perfect complement to crispy fried pork belly. One of them is also vinegar and the other is probably lemon or calamansi with some soy sauce. It's like eating a tastier, bigger, and more crispy bacon. Last is pinakbet or stir-fried vegetables in fish paste. These are the common tropical vegetables that you see in the Philippines and can include some string beans, eggplants, okra, squash, bitter gourd with your own choice of meat or seafood. Usually they add fried fish or fried pork belly, but here they added some shrimp. So I started off with some string beans, and the sauce used for stir-frying this is fish paste. It's a very aromatic and smelly condiment, and it's primarily used to add the savory flavor when stir-frying these vegetables. The only Western touch to this dish is the addition of bell peppers, because bell peppers are not commonly part of the recipe of the original pinakbet. And I topped it off with some squash and bitter gourd. And for dessert is a snack that I recognize from my childhood. Iskrambol or Iskrambol, also known as Iskrambol, is a Filipino frozen dessert made of shaved ice with sweet extract and evaporated milk and topped with a variety of ingredients. The toppings that we see here are not really common when it is sold in the streets, but the taste is very close to what we have in the Philippines. The powdered milk is usually skim milk because of its sweeter flavor, and you have to mix the ingredients slowly to get the full flavor of the scramble. This one is a legitimate kid snack, that's why it's really sweet. So if you have baby cousins or kids, this is definitely for them. But for me, it was too sweet, so I had to share it. I think it's the restaurant's touch, that's why they colored it pink, but it usually has a white color back home in the Philippines. But nevertheless, that was a sweet dessert and a great lunch indeed. Thank you for watching this video, and I really do hope that you enjoy it, and thank you for your continued support, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. See you later in the next video, guys. Take care.